Beijing is no longer just China's capital. It is fast becoming the control room of a shifting world order. Just days after Donald Trump wrapped up his high-stakes visit to China, another global heavyweight is now heading to Beijing, Russian President Vladimir Putin. And the timing is impossible to ignore, because this isn't just another diplomatic visit. This is geopolitical theater at the highest level. First came Trump, seeking trade deals, rare earth access, help on Iran, and stability over Taiwan. Now comes Putin, isolated by the West, locked in a grinding Ukraine war, and increasingly dependent on China for economic survival. Two rivals of the United States. Two world powers, both arriving in Beijing within days of each other. That says something. It says China is positioning itself not merely as a regional superpower, but as the diplomatic center of gravity in a rapidly changing world. The symbolism matters. Trump arrived in Beijing looking for leverage. Putin arrives looking for partnership. And Xi Jinping sits at the center of both conversations. That alone tells you how dramatically global power equations are evolving. Because for Russia, China is no longer optional. It is essential. Western sanctions over Ukraine have pushed Moscow deeper into Beijing's orbit. China has become Russia's economic lifeline, buying energy, expanding trade, providing diplomatic cover, and helping Moscow soften the impact of Western isolation. In many ways, the Russia-China relationship has transformed from strategic convenience into strategic necessity. And now, Putin's arrival comes at a moment when the world is already on edge. The Ukraine war remains unresolved. US-Iran tensions are spiraling. The Strait of Hormuz crisis threatens global energy markets. And Taiwan continues to hover like a geopolitical fault line over US-China relations. Which is why this visit matters far beyond Beijing. Because while Washington remains deeply entangled across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, China is increasingly presenting itself as the one capital where all major powers still come to negotiate. And Putin's visit reinforces that image. There's another silent message underneath all this. Taiwan. Russia has repeatedly backed China's One China policy. Moscow openly supports Beijing's claim over Taiwan. And while Russia is not formally bound to militarily defend China, its political backing strengthens Xi Jinping's hand against Washington. Especially after Trump's unusually muted stance on Taiwan during his own China trip. The chronology here is impossible to miss. Trump leaves Beijing. Putin arrives days later. Xi hosts both, one seeking economic balance, the other seeking strategic survival. And China? China gets to project itself as the indispensable power, sitting at the center of global diplomacy. For Beijing, this is not accidental. It is carefully crafted optics, a message that in this emerging multipolar world, all roads increasingly lead to Beijing. And as cameras prepare for Putin's arrival, the real story may not simply be about Russia and China. It may be about a much larger global transition already underway. A world where America is still powerful, but no longer the only table where the future gets negotiated.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.